Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Thief Deadly Shadows.
I guess I'm not here at all.
You're here too. The momentum of the you got me all discombobulated. The momentum of the moments right before turning on the microphones was very weird. Welcome back. We're here in this ship, the ship of the damned, and we're ready to fill the next hour of your life with the sound of old trans women bitching about modern video games. Just fully yelling at cloud mode here.
I'm excited for this episode.
These dead guys don't even need this candlestick. Sorry, did you have something to add?
I said I'm excited for this episode because there's gonna be zombies, and I'm not usually excited for zombies in Thief. I was glad there were very few of them in Thief 2, but now that you don't have a sword to fight them with, I kind of want to see you be scared of zombies and hammer haunts. Hope there are hammer haunts on this ship.
Why would there be hammer haunts on the ship?
Why would there be zombies?
No, hold on, that doesn't follow. A sailor can be very easily turned into a zombie.
Okay, and a hammer haunt could easily go on a ship ride. They have full lives.
Check this shit out. Look at this. Look at the horror. Look at the horrors in front of you, Amabel. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Backstabbing it. It's wild that it can't tell that I'm here. I know I'm in the dark or whatever, and Garrett's got secret keeper techniques.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like in a lot of, especially in a lot of fantasy medieval-y type settings, let's see if they just get right back up. In a lot of fantasy medieval-y type settings, the sight is not the main way that the undead keep track of the living, and so just being in the dark doesn't really do the thing. And he's still making noise. He's making more noise than before, if anything. But he's not getting back up.
I haven't really encountered a lot of fantasy zombies other than like in Song of Ice and Fire. So I was not aware that was a trope of them.
Yeah, it might have something to do with the fact that a lot of my encounters with oh, this is not loot. I thought it was like silver or something. Yeah, this might have something to do with a lot of the fact that a lot of my familiarity with such zombies is in games instead of in other media. And so, like, the way that they're designed is to be a threat to players more than, anything that provides a compelling narrative or whatever.
Okay.
But, like, I can tell you for sure, as someone who played a rogue in EverQuest for many, many levels, the undead did not need to be able to see you for the most part. Although this is kind of a weird example because actually rogues were like the only people who could hide from the undead because your hiding was so good it got magic basically. But normal people could not. Even if you could sneak and hide from like a dude, you could never hide from the undead because they can just like see the life glowing off of you. But all rogues are dead inside. Captain's log, day 42. Cook outdid himself tonight. A fine meal. At least at the officer's table. And why not? We've done well on this trip, and tomorrow morning I'll announce to the men that we'll be steering for home. I'm looking forward to seeing my Edwina. I guess a scarf of hers is just as good a lucky piece as that telescope of mine. Day 43. Weather's been fine. We got a full hold and are heading for home. Should be there in less than... And that's when the zombies got him.
So I feel like that would have come across a lot better if it wasn't just done in like that text. If like we had like a splatter of ink or blood. Or
yeah, if the thing was like custom drawn, I agree with you.
It's diegetic.
Ah! I picked up an apple somehow. He scared me so bad that I picked up an apple. I don't even know what to make of that.
I mean, yeah, I've never known you to eat an apple.
Where did that apple come from? It sure looks like he can still see me. I can't tell what's happening here.
Of course, you have arrows.
I do. Right now, I'm not feeling the most threatened that I've ever been. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's a bit more threatening.
No, it's just like he's very bad at maneuvering.
I mean, yeah, that's what I said from.
Yeah, I know that makes sense, right? He's a zombie and everything. He can't seem to handle stepping on that bookshelf. So he sat there and made crazy amounts of noise at us for a really long time before getting back up. But he did eventually get back up. I have no idea whether it was something I did that caused him to wake, if he was just like waiting. But like I fully crouched down and picked that lock in the room with him, right? That would have been an ideal time. So I don't know. I don't know. It was.
I would have loved that actually if while you were picking the lock and you got up and he was like right behind you. That would have been great.
I was expecting it, honestly.
That would have been a fun time. That would have been like, do you remember in Thief 2 when you read that document in the Necromancer's Tower?
Out loud, like a normal smart person would do.
And then when you came out of it, there were zombies suddenly around you. That was rad. That was a cute trick they did. And I would like more clever stuff. If they're going to go into like a horror kind of vibe, eerie zombie shit, I don't want jump scares necessarily, but like come up with some cute traps. I mean, you're not doing an sim. It's not very sim. So might as well lean into like the set piece moments.
I mean, I think they think they're doing an sim, insofar as that's a thing that exists.
Yeah,
you know, sort of like in the public consciousness. But also, you know, ImSims and set pieces are not mutually exclusive. Hold on now.
This is where again I reveal my complete ignorance. See, like you're the older trans woman complaining about an old video game. I'm the older trans woman who didn't play old video games. Like I have that gap from like 1992 until like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So, or 12, somewhere in there. So, like, I have this whole period where this is all completely alien to me.
Are we looking for anything in particular? Or did I just come out here to come out here? I was curious what happened. To see if it's related to the Compendium of Reproach. Find the ship's manifest. Okay. So what we're really looking for is the great big cargo hold. That's going to be somewhere down here.
Filled with zombies.
And probably filled with zombies. I think it's fair to guess.
Favorite cargo.
Particularly problematic to ship large amounts of them long distances. They have a tendency to wield the power of narrative against the crew.
Okay, well there is that. I would say they probably keep well.
I am not impressed with the art of using the holy water on the zombies.
No, it's bad. And did it have a cross on it?
Yeah, it has a cross at the top of it. Okay, so that's like a zombie. This is openable.
Why like if it was a hammer, I would understand it. Right?
Yeah. There's a lot of spooky gas sort of emanating from the planks in here. And I can't tell if it's like harmful. That's just a bucket. I'm afraid to get too close to it. It's probably not actually anything. That looks like the cargo hold down there. Okay. We're going to push bravely onward over here for a second. I just want to get a sense of... Okay, so this is going to connect us back to the top, the hallway we started in, just at the far other end of it. Okay. Good to know where we are in case we need, in relation to the exit, in case we need to leave in a real hurry. Yeah. Also, I'm just like slow walking everywhere, because I don't know how well they hear. They seem to have heard that. Unfortunately, okay, no, there's a doorway. I was going to say, we seem to actually be blocked out of most of the cargo hold here. combs are incredibly rare and valuable. Everybody's walking around the city with, like, terribly disheveled hair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Boy, there's no art on the actual holy water itself breaking or anything. It just, when it gets near the enemy, it just vanishes. So these guys are armored, right? They were the guards for whatever is on here. Or they're members of the City Watch. That's the City Watch tabard he's wearing. Unfortunately, given that we're doing the old thief thing of zombies are invincible unless you can blow them up, we actually have very limited ability to deal with these things, which is frustrating. I can drop him temporarily, and then I can't even get over the fucking body. Alright, we're gonna try something.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't... That sucks. It doesn't actually blow them up. The explosion doesn't cause them to explode, but they still burst into dust when they hit the ground. I wonder if there is some kind of problem with the engine and the sort of like active breaking into gibs of the old engine. Some reason that we can't just dynamically bust them into pieces.
That is more satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's really like, it feels cool, and I'm very disappointed to see that it doesn't work that way, and it's hard to imagine any reason other than they literally couldn't, right?
Yeah.
Garrett, get over the thing. I'm trying to climb over stuff carefully because I know that the zombie over there is going to get up.
So, this engine, was it Unreal?
Yeah, this is like Unreal 2.
Don't they have... I haven't played Unreal, but don't they have exploding into gibs?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
There's definitely some shit you could do in UT. You hit somebody dead in the face with a flat cannon shell or something.
Maybe it was just too cool.
I don't know. Okay, ship's manifest. I do wonder if maybe it's a problem with the console target. Like, if they're already having to break up levels into tiny, tiny little pieces for the consoles to remain functional, I wonder if there's a problem with, like, potentially spawning 5 additional objects per enemy that you could potentially blow up, you know?
Yeah.
Ship's manifest. Been a fine take, but nothing real exotic like the last trip. This is the unusual ship's manifest that is narrative,
Yeah.
not how these usually work. Like that golden slab with the strange symbol. Now that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Couldn't seem to make a dent in it or split it up, so I took the whole thing home with me. Captain's prerogative. Edwina doesn't know, wouldn't want her to. She just asked questions, and she wouldn't like the answers. There's a lot of editorializing going on in this ship's manifest. That I'm less of a merchant ship captain and more of a pirate. And we only found that gold slab because we saw a cave that looked like a good place to hide some of our haul. And lo and behold, someone else must have thought it was a good hiding place too, because there was the treasure. Some traps around it too. Lost a few good men that day. Edwina doesn't have to know all that, does she? Heck, she'd just fret and worry. Like that time she found out about the secret boathouse near the cliffs by our home. I had a real time of it trying to explain that one. This writing sucks so much.
So bad.
The object described in the manifest must be the compendium the keepers are looking for. Sounds like it was brought to Captain Moira's house.
I acquired a new map. I guess. Alright, well. I suppose we can just leave now. I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
We got a fair amount of loot, and we are real low on ability to deal with the undead, so...
It's time to enter docks.
Time to return to docks. I love docks. Hold on. Let me get you fed the thing, and then I can't help but notice coming out of the ladder just put me here, which is to say, not on the ship.
Okay.
We climbed out a ladder that must have been approximately there, and just now we're.
Okay.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, everything's checked off. I was like, I didn't accidentally load the save, because we did make a save in this position earlier. Okay, find a boat in the docks and take it to Captain Moira's seaside mansion to steal that compendium. Okay, alright. So when they say find a boat, they mean find like a small one, like a rowboat, right?
Yeah. I have a question for you.
I do not see one over here. Yeah.
About our previous episode.
Alright, go for it.
One moment, I have to... Excuse me. You joked that it sounded like a favorite map that you had come across on your server.
Hey, that guard has a bow.
The lead from the abysmal
Hold
gale
on.
has brought me here, to the captain's seaside mansion. Well, former captain. Old Moira and most of his crew didn't survive their final voyage, but luckily for me, the ship's manifest did. It talked about a golden slab, which sounds like the compendium of reproach the keepers have been looking for. The log said Captain Moira brought it home for safekeeping. I doubt he knew what he had, probably just wanted it for the gold. My stolen rowboat got me here in one piece. Now I just have to find and steal the compendium. There's no way to know how many of the captain's loyal men are guarding the place, but the household will probably be in an uproar over the captain's death. With luck, no one will notice me sneaking around. The widow Moira might know where her late husband kept his treasures. Maybe I'll start by paying her a little visit.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't appreciate your tone there, Garrett. Secondly, you know what I'm realizing? Apart from the, like, aesthetically, I think a big mistake that they made, something that makes this game feel sort of, I don't quite know how to put this, Duplo in its approach, is the way that you can only fit about 30 words on screen at a time in all of the UI.
Yeah.
Right, like you could get a whole screen of objectives on the little scroll in Thief 1 or 2 and it'd be no big deal, but here all of the text is really blown up because they're worried about people sitting too far away from their, like, they're worried about people playing this on a television with a controller from the couch sitting, like, 15 feet away from the screen. But that makes it feel, it feels like it's written for children. It feels like it's for small children.
Yeah.
That, and of course, as we've discussed before, the baffling choice of purple on purple for the text on these menus.
House of the Widow Mara is a good name for a mission. I like
It is
that.
it is a cool mission. So you were a cool name for a mission. So you were saying something. I apologize.
Yeah, so in the previous episode, you made a joke about it sounding like the name of a map that would come up, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, docks on a server."
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant actually. What do you mean by a server and a map coming up?
What do I mean by a server, Amabel? Huh, I can pick up these cages.
I mean, I know what a server is, sort of, but I don't understand it in the context you were using it.
Okay, I'm not sure that I can unwind this in the time that we have here. Where is the operational bits of this device? Can I just climb the chain? No. None of this is a, Am I the fool here? Am I the dumb one? There's buttons right there.
Okay. Also, you can climb on rocks, right?
Well, how is that going to help?
Isn't this rocks?
But look at all the scaffolding and stuff.
Okay. That's when you do your double jump.
like triangle jump away from the wall like it's Celeste or something.
Yeah.
I do not for 1 second believe Garrett has it in him to execute an air dash.
Bloody hell! Aha! Now it's go time.
I didn't realize there were going to be guys down here.
You're dead now, Taffer.
Oh, I'll taff you in the... Hold on. Hold on. I'm still equipped for fighting zombies.
Die!
Here we go.
Oh my god! I'm blinded! Oh. How did I get here?
I had to say the effect of the flashbangs on enemies who are already aware of you is incredibly minor. Let me feed you that again. I was really expecting to be able to, like, I know you couldn't do the old, what felt like an engine exploit thing of flashbanging somebody and then running around to knock them out, but I was really expecting that while that guy was flashbanged, I would be able to execute him from behind with the knife. And not only can you not do that, hitting him unblinds him. Because that's how eyes work.
Yeah.
So, like, I've got these flashbangs equipped just because, like, I don't know what else to hold in my throwing hand actively. But it does seem like more or less like they're worthless. I guess they're useful for throwing and then running.
I wish you had the frog grenades.
Yeah, that would be sick, right? Those were cool.
Yeah.
So you gonna have a line about how that torch just went out? Nope. Doesn't care. Saw it happen. Does not care.
Did I just hear?
Who is this guy anyway? Does the captain have his old crew just hanging out guarding? Maybe, I guess maybe the widow is employing a bunch of ne'er-do-wells as security. That's a moss arrow.
Oh, that was a moss arrow. I wonder what you're doing.
What I'm doing there is selecting my stuff by mouse wheel instead of by pressing numbers. And I overwheeled a little bit. I should be using the numbers.
Turn already. I know. Let me just think. I'm waiting. Don't rush me. I'm about to go. Listen, it's not that hard. Look, you're showing pelicans and mackerels, right? Just play them in order, and you'll have at least 2. Oh, Burricks. What? What's wrong? You just won. I just won for you. Ha ha! Pay up, Mortimer! What did I win?
All right, so first of all, that's good. That's good. Good old Thief style. That's good. Thumbs up. Secondly, can I tell you, of the voice actors between these games, this dude, the pay up Mortimer guy, this guy is my favorite one of the voice actors by a huge margin.
Do you want to know a fun fact about the voice actor?
I do.
He's the same voice actor as Garrett.
That hurt.
That makes sense.
Aha, you Taffer!
What happened to the... Oh, there's the doorway. All right. I'm going to try something here.
I know this place. Ain't no place to hide. What the hell? I
He
can't
also
see.
did the voice of the antagonist from the second game.
Mm-hmm.
So, a very versatile voice actor, I think.
Yeah.
And I think when when they recast the role of Garrett in the fourth one to have more faithful motion capture, for some reason, I think that was a mistake.
That's real, by the way. For those of you who don't know, that's when they made the 2014 Thief game. They claimed that the reason they didn't recast the same actor for Garrett was because they wanted an actor who looks like Garrett in the face so that they could have better facial motion capture for the line deliveries of the character whose head you are inside of the entire fucking game.
Yeah. No, we haven't played that game. I don't think we're going to.
No, absolutely not. We watched the first 2 hours of it, I think, roughly.
It was all cutscenes.
It was, yeah, it's a huge amount of like handheld railroaded cutscene nonsense. All right, now that guy's dealt with, I feel comfortable opening this. Oh, this wasn't even locked. I could have skipped it. I would like to object real quick though to like how not systemic the knockout system is here. Like, you have to lock in and it has to give you the special animations. The fact that that guy was sitting down and I was behind him and I hit him in the back of the head while he was unaware of me wasn't good enough because I couldn't get the hand to go up to lock him into the special strike animation. And that shit sucks. You should be able to knock somebody out even if they're sitting down.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to our really excellent map, we're fucking useless. It's useless.
Yeah, how do you feel about the maps in general in this game? Because they're a lot less detailed than the first game.
The maps in Thief 2 are the only good ones. The only useful ones, I might say. The maps in Thief 1, like, I get it as a way of making you have to do your own navigation, pay attention to your own landmarks and stuff. I'm cool with the way they did it in Thief 1. Thief 2, they added enough things like Garrett being able to dynamically sketch a map as you're walking around the mission. I think that's really like where my heart lies, although I will say that in practice, those systems flatly did not work a lot of the time. I don't know if you remember the fucking hallway to infinity that we drew on that one mission.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if there's something they could have overhauled and approached very differently, it would be the maps, but this is not the approach I would have chosen.
I'd be fine with it just sticking like the way it was in Thief 1 and 2, honestly. I feel like I'm saying that about a lot of things here, but I think by Thief 2, like, they had things worked out. Thief 2 feels like a complete product feature set wise.
Yeah, how would you have felt if you were given like a mapping system that's roughly analogous to the way maps work in a lot of games now, where like it will show you where you are on the map? Do you think that breaks the immersion too much?
Well, I mean, it kind of already did that, right? Because it would highlight in blue the region you were in, and
That's true.
come on, grab the body, grab the body. So it was doing that to some extent, and I definitely did use the blue to help me orient myself on several occasions.
Yeah, so they kind of scaled the back a bit, didn't they, then?
Yeah, the maps here are... I mean, first of all, like, part of the problem is the maps here have to be drawn at a scale where they're easy to read. Boy, the lighting level changes very quickly there. Where you can read all of the details on the map and also all of the text sitting 15 feet away from your screen. There's another place where I feel like they're basically like taking a technical beating because of problems imposed by wanting the thing to run on consoles.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it is quite a challenge to adapt something to that form factor and to do it, as like from the ground, as part of doing this third game, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it feels like every decision they made was just baffling. And
Yeah,
it's only halfway there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of a legacy of this kind of thing being problematic at around this time. The sequel to Deus Ex Invisible War, similarly contains a lot of sort of shortcuts, and it's very difficult for me to use a phrase that isn't dumbing down to describe what happened with a lot of parts of Invisible War. But, it's sort of correct. Again, because they wanted they were targeting consoles with it.
by targeting consoles, you really mean they're targeting a broader audience.
No, I mean they're targeting consoles.
Well, yeah, but
Like I was just saying, a huge number of the problems with this game are not because of anything about the audience, but because of the fact that the game has to be functional if you're sitting further away from the screen.
No, I get
like
that.
it is a technical and form factor problem.
What I'm saying is you decide to go for that form factor, to go for consoles, because you want to sell more units.
Oh boy, I opened that, and that guy's right there. I'm gonna...
What the? I'm blind.
Okay, he didn't see me? I'm hoping that this will prevent him from going into hunt mode.
I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
What is a Deus Ex?
This is not real. We've talked about Deus Ex plenty of times.
What if I forgot?
I find you.
Ah, shit. The guy is, in fact, still looking.
Now where do you? What the? I'm blind.
I'm going inside. God damn it! I was just gonna run inside and lose him.
You know, there definitely is a secret entrance on the map.
I've been blinded.
Yeah, you're a secret entrance on the map. God fucking... Okay. It turns out there are some guards in the estate.
Hey, don't run. I was just getting started.
Oh yeah, get started with this! Nope. Oh god, he has to prep the shot so much more in this game than he did in the previous ones.
Damn you to hell! Fight me fairly, you
What?
rogue.
Why did Carrot just... Okay. This guy took a bunch of damage from the explosion of the other arrow. Must you? Must you? Must you?
There's no escape, Tapper.
Yeah, what about this? How about this no escape? Ow.
Do you want to take some healing potions?
Can I just say, as a comment to that strategy, ow.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see, okay? I was just trying to look. Also, you know what I kind of hate? This is like a very minor problem, but
Yeah.
the stuff on the bar here is not in the same order as it is on the arrow keys.
Yeah, that's
Because, like,
bad.
Because, like, right, it's laid out blackjack, dagger, broadhead, water arrow. And that's like a pretty sensible order, right? Water arrows might be the first arrow, but in terms of like the usefulness of those things, if I press 1, I get the blackjack. If I press 2, I get the dagger. If I press 3, I get the broadhead. If I press 4, it's fire arrows. 5 is nothing. 6 is moss arrows. 8 is the noisemakers. Like, what? Okay, water arrows are all the way down here. It's just, why? Like, why? Why are they not just the same as they are, the same order as they are in the bar, right?
Can I tell you something I missed from Thief 2?
Sure. Is it that sound effect? Because it's back, baby.
Didn't use a whole lot. No, I missed the ball. I missed the scouting orb.
Oh, yeah, we should have used that more. I should have
The
used that
orb
more.
is back, baby.
The ball is... That doesn't make sense unless you say the ball. Fans of the ball are not going to know what you're talking about. Receipt for cargo ship Abysmal Gale. Captain Moira, for his regular due, 40 parts per haul. This person writes in their accent. Like a fucking Chris Claremont character. To bring up to his house the Overlook Mansion. 1 flask whale oil, 100 haddocks on salt, haddock with a capital H, 1 gold slab with a strange bit of writ on it that could not be broken parts, so Captain M agrees to take less split on the other haul. I kind of like, I was going to make a joke about how they love to just like stick their editorialization and narrative shit anywhere they can, but I actually kind of like the idea of the pirate who writes this down because he wants it in writing in as many places as possible that the captain agreed to take less of the rest of the haul. It's like, don't you forget now. Duly signed and approved by Amias Doolittle, Docker's assistant.
Okay, so you just reminded me of a particular Chris Claremont thing, because he wrote the dialogue phonetically. But there was one time when there was a letter that was narrated by Cannonball of the New Mutants. Now, Cannonball was a character who was from Kentucky, and had a strong Clermontian Southern accent, and he wrote in his accent.
You have to specify.
Instead of I'm, I apostrophe M, he'd write AH apostrophe M.
Yeah.
And that's not how you write a letter.
So is this guy going to be fully immune to knockout because he's sitting down?
They discovered the best strat.
The only way to fuck this up is to stand ever.
This is the problem. You're a 3D character in a 2D fighter. This is crouching. They're invulnerable unless you hit them low.
I'll just let myself out here.
Oh, they'll all be at the tavern while I'm stuck here, watching this bloody place. I sure could go for a pint.
You should do that. You should get up and look around for a pint. There could be one anywhere.
I missed the scouting orbs and like Garrett's eye doing the zoom thing. Like it feels like Thief 2 gave us like a more fully developed suite of tools. And there are
Sorry, go on.
Like here there's just much less tools. It doesn't feel like a evolution or advancement.
It is very silly to me that particular coin is a piece of special loot. No, this coin's lucky. That's why it works like that.
Or it's rare. I mean, people collect rare coins.
Amabel, it literally said lucky coin on the screen. Special loot found lucky coin.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
All right, I'm gonna make a bunch of noise to try to draw this guy over here.
Keep it quiet with the lucky coin, though. You don't want magic with the spell saying the Beagle Boy's after you.
Could have been a ghost.
Flawless animation work. How did he close the door behind him? I think it's interesting that he just like started walking down into this area where the noise didn't come from. I apologize, sir. He looks rough. We fucked him up. This painting is not worth anything. Garrett has a fine eye for art. He knows which paintings are valuable.
What is so funny about that is that you hit him with the blackjack, right?
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Yeah, and well, I mean, theoretically. One thing I've definitely noticed is that these guys with the...
No harm.
Did I just hear something?
I was trying to do no harm. That's good. That was the plan.
It's back.
I like the fact that she has audio for I heard something and then I thought I was okay and then I heard something again. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good thinking out the way these systems are going to be used. Okay, I thought I saw a glimmer on her neck, but she does not in fact have a stealable necklace.
Now, wasn't that widow you're supposed to talk to, is it?
Who cares? Any information that she might give us will also be written down in 7 other places in the level.
Okay, that's true. I was hoping to find out that she knew exactly what pirate stuff her husband got up to. It'd be very fun to me if he's like, "Oh, I can't let her know." She's like,
she knows who Garrett is, and she's a huge fan. And
it turns out she and her husband did Garrett roleplay.
Yep.
She was Garrett.
Oh, absolutely, without question. That's the thing, and that's the thing I would love to uncover slowly is that like actually it's extremely common. Like somewhere between 30 and 60% of the nobles of the city have been doing Garrett roleplay, and it has like legitimately saved marriages. But the woman is always Garrett.
She's like, "Come on, baby, let me delete your bones."
You gotta. Every man secretly longs to be hit with the bone deleter. They can't admit it, but the fact is, having bones is just, it's such a responsibility. Everyone just wants some sweet relief. But the thing I was going to say earlier is, a lot of these guys who have swords, when we hit them with the bone deleter, they fall, and their sword, like, they fall through their sword, or their sword falls through them in such a way that it, like, they are definitely dead afterward.
Yeah.
I tried.
Okay.
I gave that a legitimate attempt. I guess this one was the original, because we were not able to steal that exact painting downstairs.
Okay.
They didn't bother to put enough different paintings in the game to justify that.
So the thing I unironically enjoy about this game, over the is the ragdoll physics. That's very good. That's very funny.
I don't know. I find the incredibly stiff body physics when throwing someone like down a flight of stairs, especially, to be very fun.
The down the stairs stuff is fun. But when you hit someone and they just kind of crumple up like that is real good. Do you think, so this, I think it's safe to say, we're like, what, 8 episodes in now? 9?
Mm-hmm.
We're not huge fans of Thief Deadly Shadows so far.
I think they've made a lot of bad changes. The move from that old engine to Unreal while simultaneously retargeting the player experience, I think, went poorly.
If we were playing this as a standalone thing, if we hadn't played the first 2, do you think we would?
I mean, there's no way to know that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking that question.
Curtis's journal, page 38. I'd give my notice if it weren't for the widow. They'll rob her blind if I'm not around to stop it. As it is, I can't be everywhere at once, but heaven help the ones I catch. I have to face it. She's not in her right mind. This morning she handed me some old coin as a tip. It was the captain's lucky coin, and 200 years old if it was a day. She must have got into his old things, the poor dear. But if I give it back, she'll just give it to Standish. Oh, Standish. I'll bring it to the library and see if I can research what it's worth. I mean, I guess I appreciate them putting in a piece of text to explain why this coin is the valuable lucky coin, but you know what would be even better is just to have more interesting special loot.
Yeah.
What if you didn't have to come up with a reason? Okay, I think this is the last room on this side of the thing. Well, maybe not. On this side of the loading barrier. Those look pretty valuable.
A ruby ring and pearls for my ears.
Okay, not a stealable painting. I hate that I have to rub my face against every painting now. I guess I probably don't. There's a glint at the corner of the paintings you can steal, but it's still silly that some of them are valuable and some of them aren't. Garrett just knows. Tuesday. I thought he'd never leave. I ain't never cursed the weather so much. Almost done checking the upper floors. No sign of the captain's secret. Saturday. Got the news about the abysmal gale today. Good riddance is what I say. The captain ain't never did me no favors, else why am I still working like a dog? I guess Ginny will have to break the news to Mrs. Moira, but if she chickens out, I'll do it, and gladly. Wednesday. With so many house guests about, I can't look for no secret room or anything. I gotta go on pretending to be lapdog Standish. Somewhere the captain's ghost is laughing at me. If there ain't no treasure, I'll make off with that fine silver mirror in the widow's bathroom. She's in no state to miss it. So, yeah, again, just, like, really make sure everything's written down, the location of every special piece of loot, like, they should never have to find anything on their own.
Yeah, this sucks.
And also, again, that thing where they just, like, at the beginning of every diary entry, they write down what day of the week it is, but no other information.
Yeah, that's...
Just goofy. It's just goofy is all. Okay, so we know that just goes back into the other room. So we are on the lookout for a secret room, I suppose. Would be neat to find it.
Don't worry, we'll come across the journal entry tells exactly where it is and how to open it.
There we go.
Hooray!
I have so many necklaces now. Is there a reason to knock these out? I guess, you know, there's a little bit of chimney space, like it does lean up a little bit. There could be a button or something in there. Oh, I can't look in there. I can't really look up there anyway, so never mind.
Does it feel like there are less, like, secrets, generally?
Yeah, like fewer interesting secrets for sure, and it, like, I think that the sneaking around and stealing stuff has definitely felt a little bit more rote in general. It's a little bit more
Yeah.
trite, sort of just the same thing over and over again. That might not really be like this game's fault in a certain sense, so much as just like the problem with the third game where you're doing this shit.
Yeah, but there's so much...
That's a
don't know.
brush.
I-
We don't need.
I- I
we don't
was
need
really-
this brush.
I was really smitten with the second game.
Yeah,
The potential of the first one, rather than the execution. I'm gonna try to be less crabby. I feel like, given that we probably got like another, I don't know, dozen episodes or whatever, I probably shouldn't be crabby this
Do
whole
you
time.
see it?
Not so loud, Lavinia. No, it's not in this room either.
And we're almost done with the upper floor. If you were the widow Moira, where would you keep your late husband's telescope?
We won't get anything out of the widow, my precious. I've just had a peek at her. She's up on the roof raving, and she didn't know me from a field mouse.
I didn't mean...
I know, darling. The question is more probably, where did the late Captain Moira put it? He wouldn't leave the Nereid telescope just lying around.
Bryce, we're doing the right thing, aren't we? I mean, its beauty is wasted on the widow Moira. She doesn't appreciate the finer things.
Well, it's right for us, sweetness, but as an officer of the City Watch, I must confess it's probably not doing right by the widow.
Scoundrel of the City Watch, you mean?
Looks like the widow Moira has more than just me to worry about tonight.
the audio mixing could use a little love.
Opened.
Yeah. I actually couldn't pick up on most of that, even from turning it up.
I'm sure that shouldn't be open, she says, not closing it.
Hello? Hello?
Just a noise.
You?
Yoo-hoo is very charming.
I could have sworn that... well...
Holy shit. And she went down fast. Alright, I just need this guy to be in a position where I'm sure he's not going to turn toward the door before I reach him.
Yeah.
I do appreciate his accomplice here walking all the way out into the dark. Made my life a hell of a lot easier.
Ha!
Very considerate.
I'm going to get help. I had thought you were some danger.
So there was a sleeping lady in that room. Let's just get him away from the door quickly. I heard her talking in there. She definitely woke up. There we go. Very natural. No signs of misadventure. They'll think he died of natural causes and arrow wounds while just taking a bath, like in that Bobby Darin song.
Oh! Okay, I just got it.
Yeah, do you want to explain it?
No, that's okay.
Okay, well, this room has very little going on. Boy, that's not what that interaction texture should look like.
No, that's...
So the widow's up on the roof. That's pretty fun. That's a fun place for her to be. I like the view. I like the moon here. The skyboxing is good. Oh, I can't. Get up there and stay up there. Crouch into the... Nope. Okay. I cannot climb around on the canopy of the bed. I was wondering if there might be like a switch of some kind in the roof up there. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
But nope, I think we're going to have to go through this loading barrier to go up any further into the house. Overlook proper. So I will say, I've not been doing a particularly good job of watching our costs on this mission. I've thrown a lot of flashbangs. I've used a lot of fire arrows. It's been messy. It's been a little ragged.
Here's a copper for you.
Was he saying here's a copper for you to the other guy, the guy that he works with and is patrolling with?
Maybe.
To what end? Why would you? For what reason would you say that?
Maybe it's an in-joke between the two of them.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Like the Grink.
Here's the thing about
Yeah.
the dialogue and writing in the game being bad. It's not bad in an interesting way. Where, like, I would like to be really incomprehensible. Have people just say stuff like, here's a copper for you, with no context. I would enjoy that a lot more. It'd feel a lot more lived in, a lot more eerie than the kind of bland expositional slurry that we get.
Delivered to this man a drive-by unboning. His hand is all the way through my face. I don't love that. I don't
No.
love just seeing his glove emerge from my mouth as I'm carrying him around.
What are you up to?
I was going to bring some wine to Widow Moira up on the roof.
I thought I left clear instructions that the widow should get no wine. She's in a terrible state. She wouldn't know the difference between you and a murderer serving up a glass of poison.
But
Wine is the last thing she needs. What if she swoons and falls to her death? Do you want that on your conscience?
when I set down her dessert tray, she saw me and made me swear I'd bring her a glass.
Oh, did she? Then go to cook this instant.
Alright, there's some like very drawn out shit about whether or not that girl's gonna bring the widow a glass of wine going on down there.
Be off with you then.
I just haven't the patience for the way the dialogue in this game is written.
Yeah. I like the idea of the kind of eerie mansion overlooking the sea with a thunderstorm outside and the widow on the rooftop who is not necessarily the most stable. Like, that's some good gothic trope stuff. I'm not sure if it's really working, but I could acknowledge the effort.
It does feel to everyone like I'm just doing exactly the same things over and over again, right?
Yeah.
I guess to some extent that was the case in the other games too, although the levels were mixing it up a little bit more. But I am very much just like, do the door unlock puzzle, grab the things in the room, walk back out. I don't know. It feels less varied here for some reason. Again, it might not be anything about this game specifically. It might just be this is the third time and it wouldn't work again without some more twist. I don't know.
Maybe, but this does feel less varied.
Ginny, if something happens to me, if I'm lost at sea or I'm unable to return for some reason, then make sure Edwina listens to the message I recorded onto that old mechanist Victrola I put in the master bedroom. It's a sort of talking machine, and all she needs to do is turn it on and she'll hear my voice and my farewell to her. Make sure no one else is in the room listening when she plays it. The farewell is just for her.
Well, know what we're doing now.
Is this cat okay? Are they supposed to be like this? I guess
Get closer.
sometimes cats are weird in a storm.
Get.
I'm as close as I care to get to the fucking cat.
I want to see.
It's gonna do weird shit. It's gonna meow a lot and draw attention. It
It's so cute.
is not. It is not cute. They did not make it cute. How many necklaces am I gonna steal today? This carrot's got them wound around his neck like Mardi Gras beads. Look at this cat.
That's a good cat. I like the cat.
The cat just ran full speed into a wall.
I've seen cats do that. That's fun. Have they seen? When a cat has done that, they always look at me. They always have like this real sour look, like it's your fault. It's real good.
Alright, so that's a second piece of special loot. I don't know what threshold we're going for here, 60%. I mean, yeah, we're gonna get there pretty easily.
One time I was sitting in a room and my cat monster was visiting me in the room, and then I farted so loud that she ran into the door. It was very funny.
Sure, sweetie. I think the thing that's nice about that story, the thing I really love about that story is that I can tell you like it. There's a door into a hallway that we already had access to. I didn't really need to pick the lock. Okay, so I didn't start the voice message. Do we want to just listen to the voice message real quick before we move on?
Sure.
I think we're far enough away from everybody who's still conscious that it shouldn't be a big deal to make a bunch of noise now.
Edwina, this is your Robert speaking.
Okay, hold on a second. Can I do anything? No, all of the options are in the options menu, which is only accessible from the title menu. Between this session and next session, I'm gonna turn the music down to like 20% of what it currently is at.
Okay.
The thing is, I actually do like a bunch of the music in the game, but the mixing is just, it's atrocious.
I like that one sting especially.
And I have some important things to say to you. First though, you must send anyone away who might be attending you. Yes, even Ginny. I have left some things for you. Safe in a secret room. The coin I have saved over the years. And an odd item I discovered recently. If I don't return from this next voyage, go to my study, where I have hidden a small switch. The switch will temporarily open a secret door in the North Gallery. Make good use of what you find there, and always remember that I am your devoted husband, Robert.
Did they start playing a second music track over top of the first one?
My favorite room
toward the end of that to just like really make sure you couldn't hear what was going on.
Yeah.
Alright, so a switch in his study that opens up a door in the northern gallery. We don't actually know which room is his study yet, right?
I'm not sure. Is that on the map,
Fine
perhaps?
gathering, eh, dear?
Quite.
Yes,
Much like the McCafferty soiree last season at their summer home.
quite.
Yes.
Food was delicious.
Quite. Quite. Yes, quite. And on and on. Don't you two ever get tired of yourselves?
My, what's gotten into our Miss Varia?
I'll just go fetch for you, all right?
I really was not expecting her to take off in a full sprint away from that conversation. That caught me off guard. I don't really want to be standing here when she gets back with the guard.
There's a prowler in the hallway.
There's someone in the hallway.
Ugh.
Some ruffian.
Alright, whatever. It's fine. Let's make sure we're turning off lights as we go. They'll go get a guard. They'll come back and not find anyone. Unfortunately, these lights are not quenchable with just the fingers. Okay, water arrow does work. In that case, I can pick this in the total dark. Actually, I'm not in the total dark anymore.
Won't hide forever.
Nope.
Come out, you
I'm trying to get...
seat cushion.
She called me a seat cushion?
My word.
did.
Where are the guards?
Well, shit. I can't seem to stop doing this. There we go. It finally actually let me stop. I was right-clicking that whole time. Yeah, she walked back in through that door for some reason. Everybody's having a terrible time all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's just like a little storage closet. I mean, I'm not allowed to kill that guy, right? That guy's a non-combatant.
Yeah.
But he's like a rich person. Garrett's morality is... I think it could use to be questioned, is all.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like they're coming back in here. Maybe we can... Maybe if just one of them comes in, we can get a nice clean knockout.
Very
Very unoof indeed. Okay. These paintings are very creepy. I am willing to spend a water arrow
Not look at them.
to not have to see them as clearly, and also because I think this side of the room makes a better hiding spot.
Yeah.
Alright, if the other people haven't returned yet...
Yeah, but like, we're talking about how, maybe it's just because the third one and stuff's played out, but like they were continually giving us like fun new missions with fun new ideas, and we haven't really gotten new ideas very much this time around. This one's maybe supposed to be a little creepy. They have certainly some archetypes here, but it's not nearly as unsettling as, say, the Constantine's Mansion mission from the first game.
Well, I mean, this has, you're saying they're not giving us new stuff. All of the open world stuff is very new. Like, there's a lot of technical change and advancement is maybe a weird word to use for it, given how we feel about it, but, you know.
I'm being
There-
unfair.
There
Yeah.
was a lot of stuff being done here. It's just not being done so much on the narrative level anymore. It's more like,
The servants have had
look at the
courteous
technical achievement of our new engine.
glass of wine. No.
Yeah, and let's
not
smooth
even
things out so
mention
they can fit in that new engine.
Robert,
Yeah.
Bryant tells me you've left a message for me on the Victrola. Really, Robert? Can't you just tell me yourself? That silly Victrola annoys me. Why must we have that ugly mechanist thing crouching in our bedroom? If your message is really so important, then you'll tell me yourself. At dinner. Yes, dinner.
Alright, so let's see here. His study is this corner room. I don't love the way this arrow is supposed to point to Rotunda and this one's supposed to point to master bedroom probably. They just misaligned the text.
Okay.
I'll have cooked prepare all your favorites.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, maybe.
Can you quick save and go present yourself to the widow? I just want to see what happens.
Well, I was gonna come down here and look for a glass of wine
Okay.
that I could
makes
bring her. It doesn't look like there is one just laying around, at least not right here. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll go try it. Like I said, I wanted to see if we could get her the glass of wine she's supposed to have asked for. But let's go have a look. This is so much staircase. Hi, it's me. I'm too invisible. My keeper skills are too great. She won't respond to me.
Okay.
That's wild. 'Cause there was all that dialogue setting up that, no, she can't tell anybody from anybody. She would think that anyone who walked up to her was the servant trying to bring her the glass of wine. But I guess you really do have to bring the glass?
I guess so.
I don't know if I care that much.
Yeah.
So, okay. North is this way.
Okay.
So we're in the library now. This might not be this floor of the building.
Well,
That's-
the master bedroom is the one with the Victrola.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. Yeah. So the master bedroom is the center north building, or center north room. So his study is... Huh. I'm like hearing footsteps in places where I'm really not expecting to hear footsteps because we've knocked everybody out. So, like, according to this map, his study is, like, on the other side of this wall. Right? We're, like, here, looking that way. So, I guess it's... Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Alright, we got the third one. We did it, friends.
Hooray!
Right, I can't open doors with a... Here, this'll work. Alright, so I think that makes this his study. This is the southeasternmost corner of the floor. So a hidden switch in here, around the desk area. Maybe in the library, like in the books. Doesn't seem like it. I'm trying so hard to... Oh, did I... Yep, we've gotten into permafall again.
This game.
It's just like, it's wild that it's so easy. It's something that happens frequently enough. Let me see about... Honestly, like, just getting up the stairs here and then coming down them a bit too fast might... Nope, it didn't. Shoot, I need to get, like, up on top of something and then fall a little bit. Also, I suppose, like, saving and quitting. And then,
Yeah.
and then reloading might do it. Yeah, all right. I think maybe that's what we'll do. I was hoping to knock this out real quick before we ended the recording, but we are like 70 minutes into this thing anyway, and now it's broken.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna just call it there. That's gonna be where that ends.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for watching as we continue to bumble through this. When you come back next time, I am going to re-muster control over my legs, no matter what I have to do to make it happen. And we'll see you then.